Have you ever looked at your body in the mirror and thought, when did this happen? Maybe your clothes feel tighter even though you haven't changed your eating habits. Or perhaps the scale seems stuck, or worse, creeping up, no matter how many walks you take or how many salads you eat. And you wonder, is this just part of getting older? Is this how it has to be now? Let me stop you right there. No, it's not. And if you're feeling frustrated, confused, or even a little defeated, I want you to know you're not alone, and more importantly, you are not powerless. I'm talking to you, ladies in your 60s, 70s, even 80s who are still showing up for your health, still wanting to feel good in your own skin, and still determined to live life on your own terms. This video is for you. Because what you may not realize is that the weight gain you're experiencing likely has little to do with your willpower, or how hard you're trying, and a lot to do with some common, but totally fixable, mistakes that most women over 60 are making without even knowing it. And here's the good news. Once you understand what's really going on, everything starts to make sense. The mystery becomes manageable. Your energy returns. Your shape changes. And most of all, you start feeling like you again. Let's talk about it. The first mistake might surprise you, especially if you've been eating what you consider a healthy diet. I hear it all the time from my patients, wonderful, smart, health-conscious women. They say, "Doctor, I've cut out junk food. I don't snack like I used to. I eat my fruit, my salad, maybe a piece of toast for breakfast, but I'm still gaining weight." And I look at them and I say, "You're not eating wrong. You're eating incomplete." You see, as we age, especially after menopause, our bodies start losing muscle at a much faster rate. It's a process called sarcopenia, and it's one of the sneakiest reasons older women lose strength, feel more fatigued, and yes, gain weight. And the key to slowing or even reversing that process? Protein. But here's the kicker. Most women over 60 are unknowingly eating far too little of it. Back in your 30s or 40s, you might have been fine with a banana and some tea for breakfast. But after 60, your body is literally fighting to hold on to its muscle. And when you don't give it the building blocks it needs, protein, it starts letting go. And the less muscle you have, the fewer calories you burn, even while resting. That's your metabolism slowing to a crawl. That's fat starting to build up, around the belly, thighs, arms. That's your energy dipping, your strength fading. And here's the wild part. The scale might not even budge. You could weigh the same, but your body composition is changing. You become what I call skinny fat. Your clothes fit differently. You feel softer, weaker, more tired. Maybe you're even more prone to lightheadedness or little injuries. It feels like aging, but often it's just missing muscle. So what can you do? Start by making protein the star of your meals, especially breakfast. Give your body what it's been begging for. Think 2 boiled eggs with a side of berries. A scoop of protein powder blended into a shake with almond milk and frozen fruit. Some Greek yogurt with walnuts and cinnamon. Even leftovers from last night's grilled chicken or fish work perfectly. Who said you can't have salmon for breakfast? You should be aiming for 20 to 30 grams of protein at each meal. And yes, that includes lunch and dinner too. It's not just about weight. Protein supports your bones, your immune system, your mental clarity. It's the difference between simply getting older and getting stronger. Now, even if your meals are spot on, there's another mistake I see over and over that sabotages everything. It happens at night, when the house is quiet, the lights are low, and your mind just won't settle. Let's talk about sleep. If falling asleep has become harder, or if you're waking up at 2 a.m. and can't fall back asleep, I want you to know something important. Poor sleep is not just tiring. It's fattening. I'm serious. When you don't sleep well, your body goes into stress mode. It pumps out cortisol, the fight or flight hormone that, guess what, tells your body to store fat, especially around the belly. But it gets worse. Sleep loss also messes with your hunger hormones. Ghrelin, the one that says I'm hungry, goes up. Leptin, the one that says I'm full, goes down. That's why you crave bread, chips, sugar the morning after a bad night. You're not weak. You're hormonally hijacked. And here's the real danger. So many women think this is just what happens with age. They shrug and say, oh well, it's normal. But it's not something you have to live with. You can absolutely improve your sleep in simple, natural ways. Start by ditching screens at least 1 hour before bed. That blue light from your phone or tablet, it tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime and suppresses melatonin. Try winding down in a darker room. Read a book, stretch gently, or listen to calming music. You might also consider magnesium glycinate supplements. Of course, talk to your doctor first, but many of my patients find it helps them fall asleep more easily. And don't underestimate the power of your sleep environment. Cool, dark, and quiet. Think cave-like. That's what your body prefers. Consistency matters too. Try going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. And yes, I'm going to say it. Limit alcohol. Even 1 glass of wine can disrupt your deep sleep, making you wake up groggy and hungrier the next day. And if you snore or find yourself waking up gasping for air, it's worth getting checked for sleep apnea. It's more common in older women than you might think, and it often goes undiagnosed for years. Your sleep isn't just for rest. It's your body's repair time, your hormone reset time. And it might be the missing link between feeling drained and feeling powerful again. When you give your body better sleep, you'll be amazed at how everything else starts to click. Your energy, your appetite, your mood, even your motivation to move and eat better. And speaking of what we put into our bodies, there's one more area we need to shine a light on before we continue. And it's one that almost nobody talks about. It's what we drink. You might think your eating habits are clean, your portions are reasonable, and your meals are home-cooked. But if you're sipping the wrong beverages, your body may still be storing fat like it's preparing for winter. Let's take a look at a typical day. You wake up and have a glass of orange juice, maybe because you think it's giving you that dose of vitamin C. Mid-morning, you treat yourself to a cappuccino, creamy, sweet, and comforting. After lunch, maybe an iced tea or a healthy smoothie from the store. And in the evening, a well-deserved glass of wine to unwind. Sounds pretty normal, right? But if we really break it down, every single one of those drinks is working against you. Fruit juice, even the kind labeled 100% natural, is loaded with sugar, and none of the fiber you'd get from eating a whole orange. That's a fast track to a blood sugar spike, followed by a crash that leaves you tired and hungry again. The coffee with cream and sugar, that adds up, especially if it's daily. Even your beloved wine, while relaxing in the moment, slows your metabolism for hours after you drink it. And it lowers your willpower. How many of us grab a snack, crackers, cheese, maybe a little dessert after a drink? Then there are the healthy drinks we get tricked into buying. Bottled smoothies, vitamin waters, diet sodas. But here's the thing. Most of those are full of artificial sweeteners or hidden sugars. And artificial sweeteners can actually confuse your metabolism. Your body tastes sweet but doesn't get real calories, so it ends up craving more later. Now, I'm not saying you need to drink only water for the rest of your life, but you do need to be aware that what you sip is either helping your metabolism or quietly sabotaging it. So what should you drink instead? Let's keep it simple. Water, yes, just plain water, is your best friend. If you find it boring, dress it up. Add a slice of lemon, a few cucumber rounds, or fresh mint leaves. Sip it throughout the day, not just with meals. A lot of us mistake thirst for hunger, especially as we age. Green tea is another fantastic choice. It helps with digestion and gives your metabolism a gentle boost. Black coffee is fine too, just skip the sugar and heavy cream. Try a splash of almond milk or a dash of cinnamon instead. Herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint are great in the evening. They soothe the system and prepare your body for rest without adding a single calorie. And if you're active, especially if you walk a lot or sweat, a low-sugar electrolyte drink can help keep your hydration balanced. But again, read the labels. Don't assume sports drink means healthy. The bottom line is, drinks that come in shiny bottles, bright colors, or make big promises on the label often do more harm than good. Your body doesn't need those extras. It needs clean, hydrating, metabolism-friendly liquids. You'd be amazed how many women start losing belly bloat and feeling more energized simply by cleaning up their drink routine. But let's keep going, because here's another place I see so many smart women fall into a trap. It's what I call the walking illusion. Let me explain. Walking is wonderful. I walk every single day myself. It clears your mind, lifts your mood, strengthens your joints, and helps digestion. But if you're relying on walking alone to manage your weight after 60, you're probably not getting the results you hoped for. I've had women tell me, "But doctor, I walk 5,000 steps every day. Why am I still gaining weight?" And the answer is simple. Walking doesn't build muscle. And without muscle, your body burns fewer calories, even while you're resting. Remember earlier when we talked about sarcopenia, the natural muscle loss that accelerates with age? That silent process continues whether you're active or not, unless you challenge your muscles. And no, this doesn't mean you need to sign up for CrossFit or start bench pressing. What it does mean is that you need some form of resistance training in your routine. That could be light dumbbells. Start with 2 to 5 pounds. Or resistance bands. Or even bodyweight movements like wall push-ups or squats using a chair for support. Yoga and Tai Chi are also beautiful options that combine strength, balance, and mindfulness. You only need about 15 to 20 minutes, a few times a week, to tell your body, "Hey, we still need this muscle." Here's the best part. When you start building just a little strength, your body starts transforming from the inside out. You'll notice your clothes fit better, not because you've lost tons of weight, but because your body is getting firmer. That little pouch at your back softens. Your thighs feel more toned. Your legs feel stronger climbing stairs. Even your posture improves. You stand taller. Your balance gets better. You feel more capable. And this is where the real shift begins. It's not about numbers on a scale. It's about function. About feeling like yourself again. Like you're in control. Like you can move through your day with strength, confidence, and ease. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. You just need to keep the muscle you already have and give it a reason to stay. Now, up until this point, we've focused on what you eat, how you sleep, what you drink, and how you move. But there's something deeper, something that doesn't show up on a food log or fitness tracker. It's something I see in nearly every woman who sits in my office and sighs, "I just don't know what's wrong." And it's not about food or fitness. It's about what's happening in your heart and in your head. Let's talk about what's underneath it all. Because sometimes weight gain isn't about food or movement. It's about something we don't always have words for. It's about the quiet, heavy presence of stress, or the long, slow ache of loneliness. I've had women in my office tear up not because of the number on the scale, but because their days feel so empty. Maybe you're caring for a sick spouse. Maybe the house feels too quiet now that the kids are gone. Maybe friends don't call like they used to, or you've lost people who once filled your life with laughter. These moments add up. And even though you're doing your best to cope, your body feels it all. Our emotions don't just live in our heads. They live in our cells. They talk to our hormones. And when your nervous system is constantly under pressure, when stress is your daily companion, or when silence turns into sadness, your brain sends out a chemical message. We're in danger. Store fat. Hold on to energy. Slow everything down. That message comes through a hormone called cortisol. It's like your body's internal alarm system. In short bursts, cortisol helps you survive. But when it's always on, it turns your metabolism upside down. It makes your body more likely to hold on to belly fat. It increases cravings for sugary, starchy comfort foods. And it slows the very systems that help you burn fat and stay energized. It's not your fault. This isn't about weakness or willpower. It's about biology. When you feel emotionally drained, your body becomes physically drained too. So how do we fix something that's invisible? We reconnect. And I'm not talking about suddenly becoming a social butterfly or forcing yourself into uncomfortable situations. I'm talking about small, meaningful steps that gently bring life back into your spirit. Start with something as simple as calling a friend. Even if it's been months or years, just reach out. A 10-minute chat can lift more weight from your heart than a week of salads can do for your body. Or join something, a walking group, a book club, a gentle yoga class at the community center. You don't have to say much. Just showing up can shift your energy. Journaling in the morning can help release the heaviness. So can sitting quietly with soft music and taking 5 slow, deep breaths. Try volunteering somewhere for an hour a week. When we give, we receive something back that's hard to put into words. A sense of purpose. A sense of being seen. Whatever it is, find ways to remind your nervous system. We are safe, we are supported, we are not alone. Your body listens to your emotions just as much as it listens to your habits. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more mistake we need to talk about, and it may be the most dangerous one of all. Not because of what it does to your body, but because of what it does to your belief in yourself. It's the mistake of giving up. I've heard it too many times. Maybe this is just how my body is now. I've tried everything. I guess it's part of getting older, but I'm here to tell you that's a lie. A very common, very convincing lie, but a lie nonetheless. Aging is real. Change is real. But decline is not guaranteed. You do not have to sit back and watch your strength, your shape, or your spark fade away. I've seen women in their 70s build more muscle than they had at 40. I've seen women in their 80s walk taller, breathe easier, smile wider, just by making small, consistent changes. I've seen tears turn to triumph when someone realizes, I'm not broken. I just needed better tools. The truth is, your body is still listening. It responds to movement, to nourishment, to rest, to love. It responds to you. But it needs you to believe again. And I get it. It's hard. You've lived through decades of ups and downs, of diets and programs, and promises that didn't deliver. You've been told what you should be doing more times than you can count. And maybe you're tired of trying, but I want you to think of this differently. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the life you've lived and the life you still have left to live. You deserve to feel strong in your own body. You deserve energy, clarity, joy, ease. And you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start. Choose one thing. Add 1 egg to your breakfast. Go for a 10-minute walk with light hand weights. Turn off the TV 30 minutes earlier. Sip water with lemon instead of soda. Text that friend. Light a candle before bed and breathe. It all counts. It all adds up. You are not too old. It is not too late. Your body hasn't given up on you, so don't give up on it. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to do one thing right now. Go to the comments and type, period. I'm taking my health back. Not for me, but for you. For the version of you who still wants to travel, dance, laugh, carry your own groceries, play with your grandkids, and walk with pride. If this message spoke to you, if it gave you even one new idea or reminded you of your worth, give the video a thumbs up. It helps more women find this message. And subscribe to Strong Elderly Life if you haven't already. We're building a community here, one that lifts each other up no matter the number on our birth certificate. And remember, my friend, your story isn't over. Your best chapters may still be ahead. Here's to living your strongest, healthiest, happiest life at any age.